Welcome to a beautiful day in Barcelona. The Mediterranean Sea behind me and the Barcelona track. So this track has the same start speed limit as any other track, 370 kph, but unusually there's no chicane. There's nothing to slow the guys down before they get to this Quadro behind me. It doesn't look very big. Certainly doesn't look very big when you're in the aeroplane, so let's go and have a look at it. So that tiny little Quadro that we saw from the beach over there, actually when you get up close is pretty big. These things are about 5 metres across at the base, just under 20 metres tall, and they're about 80 centimetres across at the top. And the gap between the bases and indeed between the tops, the space that you've got to get that aeroplane through is around 12 metres. Now that, when you're standing here, looks like a pretty big gap, but take it from me, if you're in your aeroplane, in a hard left turn, 9, 10 G maybe, preparing to swap to a right knife to get through here, this gap looks pretty small. So how are the guys going to cope with this difficult Quadro? They're going to be coming through that checkered start gate behind me as close as possible to 370 kph, 230 miles an hour. They're going to be in a left turn as they exit that gate, positioning for this Quadro. About 30 metres or so before they get here, they need to put the stick over to the right, get the aeroplane established into right knife edge before they enter this gate. Pass through this little gap in right knife edge, then as fast as they can, they need to do a 270-degree turn to the left. So stick to the left, get over left bank, stick back, lots of G, fly a very high G 270-degree turn to come back through here. Remember, before they enter this gate, they've got to be in right knife edge. So they've got to go from a left high G turn into right knife edge to get through this gap. Through here in right knife, and then as soon as possible, as soon as you're clear of this, stick over to the left, get the thing back into a left bank, because the next gate is over there. The two big issues with the Quadro, firstly is to fly it without penalties. You've got to get in and out of knife edge without incurring any penalties. But the main thing is the G. We talked about high G in the vertical turning manoeuvres, up to, very close to 12, but that's only for a very short period of time. This Quadro is going to take the guys about 7 seconds to fly that 270-degree turn. So that means probably for 5 of those seconds, you're going to be right up 9, 10, 11 G. That is a big issue for the pilot. They've got to be careful. They're trying to operate the airplane at the turning limit, so they're operating the wing at the lift limit. They've got to be careful not to stall. We've seen people stall over the top of these vertical turns. That's okay because you're quite high. Around here you're not. They're only going to be maybe 30 metres off the water. There's a lot of pressure because you've got to get as close as you can to the Quadro before stick over to the right and get into right knife, and then the Quadro flashes past. So the guys are under huge time pressure to fly this 270 as fast as possible, but they've also got to do it without penalties and under very high G. There's a lot going on. A lot of areas where the pilot can lose or save time, so difficult for them, but great for the spectator. It's going to be a fantastic race. So from me, in the beautiful Mediterranean Sea, off the coast of Barcelona, it's goodbye.